Hey you guys, welcome to another workout here with Warrior Training Systems. Thank you so much for joining us. If it's your first time, welcome. We're psyched to have you. If it's your first day ever, congratulations. You are here, you are starting, and that's what matters. We're going to give you this video to help guide you through the workout, explain the stimulus, demonstrate the movements, and try to help ensure that you're executing these things safe. Remember, the priority is to show up day after day, not try to get one more rep or kill ourselves in today's effort. So, make sure you have a little left in the tank so you can show up again tomorrow. Let's get warmed up. Today's warm-up is going to start with 6 to 8 reps of a half kneeling Arnold press at a 3-0-1-1 tempo. So we're going to start out in a half kneeling position, which means one is down, one knee is up. We're going to choose a dumbbell or a kettlebell. We're going to begin with our knuckles facing out. We'll press up, rotating the palm out, and then on the way down, we're going to rotate back, but take 3 seconds to get down. 1, 2, 3, 1 rep, 2, 3. We're going to get 6 to 8 reps per side. So when we switch sides, we'll also switch knees, drive up, 1, 2, 3, back up, 2, 3, nice slow controlled descent. After our 6 to 8 Arnold presses, we're going to dive into 15 overhead band pull-aparts. So what we're going to do here is look to create tension on the band, then bring it to the bottom of our neck, back up. There's not a lot of movement, but things we want to focus on while we're here is keeping our armpits pointed forward, not down our back, and keeping tension on the band so we're never here. Keep it tight the whole time. Finally, ensuring that our elbows are staying straight. Lastly, we're going to 20 meters of a crossbody dumbbell carry. So we're going to need 2 dumbbells or 2 weights for this, and we're going to keep one down next to us like a suitcase carry. The other will be extended up overhead. From here, we'll walk 20 meters. And once we reach those 20 meters, we'll switch sides. We're going to complete all these 3 times through for our warm-up today. Let's get started. Next up, we're going to go through the deadlift. With the deadlift, the bar is going to begin on the ground. And a couple of cues we want to make sure that we're doing before we even touch the bar and start. I like to encourage people to use just their hands. So let's start with our feet underneath our hips. So it's going to be narrower than your squat stance. We're going to go about thumbs width off of our thighs. But for the warm-up, I want you to use your hands on your thighs. We want to start by pressing our hands into ourselves, so we're creating tension and using our back to fire those muscles. Once we're here, we're going to push our hips or our butt backwards, keeping your spine long. Bow, bow, bow. As we bow, we're going to come until we reach our knees or just below. We're going to feel a lot of tension back here in our hamstrings. Once we're at our knees, we can use our knees to bend and get to this position, which is basically our starting and finish position with a bar. Notice my hips are still high, lots of tension here. I'm not in a squat position. I'm also not straight legged bent over, and there's no rounding in my back. So let's take a look at this with the bar. We're gonna come down, and the first thing you wanna do is get some tension on the bar. So pretending there's weight on here, this is about where the bar would sit. I'm gonna reach my hips back, pull that bar into me tight. My whole body is stressed right here. Once I'm loaded, I'm going to take a deep breath in my belly. Then I'm going to push the ground away from me as my chest rises, keeping that bar close. On the way back down, we're going to bow, again, pushing the hips back, squeezing that bar into us. Once we reach the knees, we'll bend the knees, finishing that rep. For today's deadlift, we're going to do 3 sets of 6 reps. We want to ensure there's no bouncing at the bottom and that we're under control at a nice steady pace throughout. We're going to rest 2 to 3 minutes in between each set. After the deadlift, we're going to dive into the overhead squat. The overhead squat is a highly difficult movement. It takes some skill, it takes a lot of stability. So if you're uneasy about this, don't be afraid to abandon the barbell altogether and use something like a broomstick or a mop, anything, even a PVC pipe, that was going to allow you to get in this wide grip position and get it up overhead. Weight is not too much of a factor. We want to be safe and make sure that we understand the movement first. So when we're ready to overhead squat today, we're going to go in a wide grip oftentimes can be very close to your snatch grip, if you know that. We'll unrack the bar. We're gonna go elbows totally locked. We wanna be active, pushing this bar away from us, all right? Once we're here, we're gonna take a deep breath, brace the core, and then slowly we're gonna descend. While we do, we wanna make sure a couple things. A lot of us, a bad habit, I see people that wanna just push their knees forward, going to their toes. I want you to pretend you're gonna sit in a chair, but also keep your chest up and proud so I can read the logo on your shirt if there is one. Avoid any drastic hyperextension or in chest diving and drastic arms behind the head. Stay balanced. If you can't go all the way down, that's okay. Let's start here. It's more important that we have a good grip on our body's position. Ensure that throughout the movement you feel stable and you feel safe. That's the #1 priority. Overhead squats today, we're gonna work on 4 sets of 3 reps. Finally today we're gonna wrap up with an awesome 8-minute Metcon. We have a 8-minute AMRAP, as many reps as possible in 8 minutes. We're gonna be cycling continuously through 3 different movements. Those movements are the hang power clean, handstand walk, and burpees. Let's check it out. The workout begins with 5 hang power cleans, which means the bar will come from the ground all the way above the knee to a lockout, and then we can load into our hips. Once here, we're gonna pull the bar high, catch in the power position, which means there's no squatting. This is back. Explode up, standing tall at the end of each rep. Keeping the bar close, quick turnover, front rack security. To modify the hang power clean, we wanna make sure we choose a weight that we can confidently go unbroken for 5 reps with every round. If you don't have a barbell at home, some great alternatives would be a kettlebell swing to a Russian height or about face level. You could also use dumbbells, and if you have dumbbells, you can just hang power clean with them. Or if you have 1 dumbbell, we could do goblet cleans. The next movement will be a 10-meter handstand walk. If you don't know how to handstand walk, the 2 alternatives will be completing equivalent of 3 wall walks, or we can modify that to less if we need to, or 50 feet of reverse bear crawl. So our options are, again, handstand walk, wall walks, or reverse bear crawls. After the 10-meter handstand walk, or variation of, we'll finish up the round with 9 burpees. Chest and knees must touch the ground. Get back up. Feet must leave the ground. Knees and hips open and extend. We're gonna cycle through these 3 movements for 8 minutes for as many rounds and reps as possible. Our goal, if we modify correctly, is roughly 4 rounds. Have a great day, have a great workout. Congratulations on showing up today. You're 1 step closer. Keep moving the needle. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay human. See you guys later.